Hey guys, it's Teresa. So say you have a rip in your lace front wig. What are you going to do? Well, I'll show you what I do. What you're going to need are scissors, a needle, and some sewing thread. And we are going to stitch that right up. All right, so I've already threaded my needle and I took the thinnest needle in the pack because I'm going to be, sewing up some lace, so I don't want a thick needle. And this lace right here is on a synthetic wig, so the lace is thicker than, say, a Swiss lace wig. I don't know what kind of lace this is, but I know for sure that it's thicker. I don't know how well this would work on a different type of lace. I feel like it would work the same, but I'm not sure. So basically what I'm doing is sewing together the lace just like you would sew together a piece of clothing that ripped. It's the same concept. And then after you sew a piece together, then I like to loop it through the thread just to make that knot so I have a little bit more security. And I don't do that the whole way through. I only do that at the beginning and at the end. So I'm just going to continue to sew this together, and I'm just going through the individual squares of the lace. And you have to be careful because lace is fragile, so you don't want to mess it up and you want to take your time doing this. Another thing I want to say is that I chose black thread because this hair is black, and I thought that it would make it look like the hair follicles coming out of the scalp like the rest of the hair on the lace front. And so I was pretty pleased with the black. I don't know what it would look like with nude or the color of the lace. I don't know what that would look like if you chose that kind of thread. But for me, the black, it worked out. It didn't look like stitching or anything. It just looked like what I wanted it to look like, which was part of the base of the hair, just like the rest of the hair on the lace. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to sew along. And then see, you can't even really see the stitching. It just blends in with the rest of everything. And so that's what I wanted it to look like. So I'm just going to continue sewing along. And this process really did not take that long. It was a little bit difficult for me to record this for you guys because I just could not get this wig under the camera like I wanted to. So I kept on having to readjust, but I got it done. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on sewing. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. I think you guys get the concept. And then we're going to look at this in a little bit. All right, so here is another view of the stitching. So right here you can see the stitching a little bit more, but still you see that it's not even really that visible. So, I mean, for me, the black worked out. See, there it is again. And I'm like really, really having to like spread this apart so that you guys can see it. But imagine the hair just regular, you can't even see it. Okay guys, so now it's coming down to the end. So I sewed it all the way up to the front. Now I'm just doubling back. I'm coming back a little bit, and then I'm going to do my loop and my little knot just to add extra security. I wanted to, sew it backwards a little bit so that that knot was not right at the end of the lace. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just tie my knots. If I can get this spread apart. And I'm going to tie, I don't know how many, like 2 or 3 knots, and then just cut that string off. And then that's going to be it. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so here's the stitching. It looks a lot more crazy on this side than it does on the other side, which is good. See? So you gotta really spread it apart to see it. It's really not that visible. And so I'm just spreading this part just so that you guys can see like what other parts of the lace front look like. So I think overall this came out well. It looks like it just blends right in. You can barely see it, if you can see it at all. I can't even see it. So it looks really good. So this is how you guys can sew your lace front wigs if they were to rip. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thank you so much for watching.